facilities and services will be accessible to all. Community vitality will be a model to the world. Our cultural district will be world-class and care for those in need. And this is something that no one seems to be talking about. A great city is great for everyone. And we've got to attend to those in need, whether they're the homeless on our streets, or new Canadians, or victims of domestic violence. And we'll integrate the voices of the marginalized in a way that no one else has done. So that is what I would be driving for. I know that that's not likely to be fully achieved in the first term, but I will be doing whatever I can to drive towards that vision of Calgary as a world-class city, a city that is great for everyone as mayor of your city. Thank you. I'm going to stay up because I think you're going to do this.
Yeah. The next question, for the sake of the audience, is racial profiling is an issue that persists within the Black community in Calgary, especially in the area of policing and employment. What will you do as mayor to improve the image, treatment, and integration of the Afro-Caribbean community in Calgary? Did we all get that?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Stewart, sir. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Two characteristics of a great city, I think, are access and inclusion. And I mentioned in my opening remarks my conversation with a Sikh friend who suggested to me, and we debated this for a while, that we tolerate a lot of people in our city, but we don't include them. That the voices of those who are outside the mainstream are not included as we develop city policies and implement programs. And that would be something that I would want to attend to. I think the role of the city in that regard is to serve as a model for others. And that could mean, in addition to policies on racial profiling, against racial profiling, but it could be hiring into our police force and into our city workforce those from the community of new Canadians. So I think that is one thing that we do, and I believe that the city and the mayor and the council in particular have a significant role in serving as a model for the rest of our city. And if the mayor and council do it right, if they prove that racial profiling is not acceptable in our city, then I think others will follow suit. So programs such as hiring programs specifically for new Canadians, ensuring that our police force represents the diversity of our community, and we're moving in that direction, but we need to move more quickly, promoting new Canadians working in their field more quickly. Some of that is provincial legislation, and we'll need to work, lobby with the province, but all sorts of those kind of things, and the city in particular has got to serve as a model for the rest of the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. Very thought-provoking, and I hope everybody's listening and taking heed of what they're saying so that we can make the right decision for who we want to lead the city. Mr. Naheed? Nenshi.
I have to claim a little bit of knowledge of this as a kid who grew up in Mayoral, who, you know, and I myself come from an African Canadian background. My parents are from Tanzania. But you know as well as I know that the immigrant experience and the experience in Calgary is different for people from different cultural groups, regardless of where we're from geographically. And that's something we have to have an honest, truthful discussion about. And we have to understand, you know, the question uses the term racial profiling. And that is a term that makes some people very uncomfortable. But we have to start by having a blunt discussion with ourselves as a community to say, what is happening here? So everything that Mr. Stewart says is correct. You know, the city needs to make a special effort to be recruiting recruiting people from the African Canadian community, the Afro-Caribbean community as well, particularly in the area of police work. Now, you know, I've had some nice long chats with members of the police department on this very issue, including the police officer who runs District 5 in Northeast Calgary. And you know, I've actually been incredibly gratified just by how much they get. I was not expecting that. But how much they really understand that their own officers need to learn better, that even though they spend most of their time dealing with the worst of humanity, their job is to protect the best of humanity. And the best of humanity includes people from every corner of the world who've chosen to make Calgary their home. I also think that it says something about this city, something that we need to advertise widely about this city, about the face of this city, nationally and internationally. You know, it says something about this city that someone who is himself a visible minority is in the position I'm in today, about to maybe be mayor of this city. That's pretty exciting. And I think that that really switches in people's minds about what Calgary really is. You know, I'll tell you a bad story. And the bad story is that on the night of September the 11th, there was a lot of vandalism against my campaign, which culminated in a concrete block being thrown through the window of our headquarters. It was not very nice. Sunday was a bad day. But I'll tell you, Monday was a fantastic day. And the reason that Monday was a fantastic day is that that's when the letters, the phone calls, and the emails started coming in from Calgarians in every corner of this city, every faith group, every ethnicity, every age, saying that's not the Calgary I want to live in, and that is not the Calgary I live in. And the reason that's important for all of us to realize is because the vast majority of people in the city are people of good faith. People who want every single kid to succeed, whether they're black, white, or brown. And thank God we have that place to start. On a Thanksgiving Day, that's something we can be thankful for. We are, as a city, have that as a basis. And we'll use that basis together to make sure that we create a city that is equitable to all of us, regardless of the color of our skin.
Thank you, Naheed.